Before we start, I'd like to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, the traditional owners of the land that we make this podcast, and I extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people that are listening to this episode. Yama. Hey there, I'm Rowdy Walden, and this is Talking Frank, the Strip Down. Today, we're talking about men's sexual health. Throughout this episode, we'll be using the term men, although when I say that, I mean men and people with penises. Even if you're not a man, keep listening. Maybe you sleep with men, or maybe you have a housemate or a friend who might need some pointers or tips from you. In this week's episode, we were joined by Dr. Brad Mackay. He's an Aussie doctor who you might recognise from the popular TV show Embarrassing Bodies Down Under, or the many other podcasts and programs that he's been on.
I think one of the myths is that you've got to be able to be rock solid whenever you want to be. Anatomy is very different and life is very different, and there are so many nuances to having a fulfilling sexual life.
We had a great chat, so if you missed it, go back and have a listen. And without further ado, let's get into the main takeaways from this week's ep. Number 1, there shouldn't be pressure around having sex. Many men feel pressure to be having sex or lots of it. There's this narrative that men always want to have sex and that they're expected to take advantage of every sexual opportunity. But it's these toxic expectations that can lead into a rigid, outdated, and unhealthy definition of masculinity. It's important to push these pressures and expectations to the back of your mind. They're unrealistic and exaggerated, and just focus on what you and your partners are comfortable with and what feels good. Number 2. Your penis is normal. You'll likely only ever see one type of penis portrayed as desirable in porn, but you should never compare yourself to what you see in porn because it's just not an accurate representation. Penises come in a whole range of shapes, sizes, and colours, and yeah, they're all normal. What's important is knowing what's normal for your penis and testes. And if you notice something a little different, whether it be lumps, bumps, or discharge, maybe even some pain, you should pay a visit to your doctor for a health check. Number 3, premature ejaculation is a lot more common than you think. It's actually the most common male sexual problem. So if this is something you or someone you know experiences, you're not alone. Here are some things that may help. Using condoms can actually delay ejaculation by slightly decreasing sensitivity. Also, getting to know your body better can help. Yeah, masturbation can give you a hand in lasting longer. See what I did there? Yeah, okay. When you're touching yourself, pay attention to the signals your body gives you when you're about to come, and then stop just before you do. And just keep doing that until you're ready to finish. That said, there are many different causes of premature ejaculation, and the best strategies will depend on what's going on in your case. If this is something that you're experiencing frequently, and you or your partner are concerned about it, then it's a good idea to chat to a doctor. Number 4, hygiene is important. Believe it or not, there's nothing sexy about an infected penis, which is why you should be maintaining good hygiene and care. You should wash your penis every day with warm water, and be sure to avoid colognes, deodorants, body washes, lotions, or moisturizers that contain alcohol and perfumes, as these can irritate the skin. If you have an uncircumcised penis, it's important to clean under the foreskin daily by gently pulling it back and cleaning with warm water and then drying with a towel. This will help prevent inflammation or infections. Number 5, get those STI checks. While we're on the topic of health, it doesn't matter who you are, your age, your sexuality, or your hair colour. Anyone who has sex can get an STI. STIs often have no symptoms, so you may not know if you or your partner has one. As well as wearing condoms, you should get regular sexual health checks, particularly at times when you might be at increased risk, such as when you have a new partner. Now, the guidelines recommend testing at least every 6 to 12 months, and if you're a man who has sex with other men, testing is suggested every 3 months. Chatting to your doctor will allow you to work out how often you should be getting a test. And they're the stripped down facts about men's sexual health. If you want more information, you can go to frank.org.au, give the Family Planning Australia talkline a call, or I've even popped a few bits of information in the show notes below. Goodbye.